Again, a pleasant good night to all, and welcome to the Bahamas Team Build weekly webinar. I want to say also that as the holiday days approach, we are approaching the Christmas rush hours, and many people are jubilant about what is about to take place for their Christmas, and many people are setting up family agendas, and I can feel the spirit of Christmas already in the air. And I want to say a very special advanced happy Christmas, Merry Christmas to all of the go-founders on, sorry, I keep on saying go-founders, all founders on passive family members here in the Bahamas, and also to our entire counterparts around the world who might see this video. And we have so much things to be grateful for, to be excited about, that all that is about to take place going forward with our great company, all founders on Passive. As customary, before we go any further, I always like to ask for a word of prayer because we do nothing except we put our God before us. And I want to ask if anyone who feel led to take us to the throne for a moment, to do so, please, kindly volunteer. If not, I will take the course in doing so. But I am sure that there are one or two who would probably like to say. Amen. Anybody care to lead us to the throne?
Mr. Thurston, could you lead us in prayer this evening?
Yeah, I could do it.
Okay.
Father God, we just give you thanks and we give you praise for your wonderful blessings upon us, Lord. And the wonderful and the wonderful season that we are in, oh Lord. A season where we recognize your birthday. We thank you that the sign of the virgin that shall give birth. And we thank you for being so obedient because of your great love for us. We thank you. You were born in a manger, Lord, and that you will complete that assignment for our lives. And we accept that the opportunity to be born again for your goodness and your mercy. Thank you, Lord. And Father God, as we are about to deliberate among ourselves and discuss this great opportunity, this great gift that you've given unto us concerning, oh founders, Lord, we unite us. May our love continue to express itself one towards the other, and that good will always come forth, Father God, for your goodness. Therefore, be with us, prosper us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you kindly, Brother Thurston. And again, all visiting members and all founders on passive members, I say again, good night to you. And first of all, before we go in any further to the presentation, I would like to give one or two updates as relating to what I have gathered from the webinar in which was had a few days ago. To the offset in which the perimeters were set to the meeting, Mr. Mafara is well on tact and he is well pleased by how far and all that which we have already accomplished within the O Founders on Passive Company, and that he is much excited about what is about to happen going forward into our future. It is said that some great notable changes will happen to the members' back office eventually when we will look up or go into it. We will see some good transformations taking place moving forward in the week ahead, I think. Also, by way of concern, Mr. Mafaro was of the mindset that We, the founding members, needs not go into any serious details as pertain to the privacy and confidentiality in which we are given to hold true to from what we gather from the webinars, that's the private members webinars, and also from anything that is moving about in that back office. So we want to take special caution as to how we propagate any information. He says that we don't have to blow up nothing. We don't have to go into no extreme explanation of trying to convince people about what we have to offer in terms of their financial security or even for coming into the doors of this company. Everything is already laid out, and that we should just be ourselves and tell the truth as it is. But we need not to give them the whole dialogue as to the A and the Z of what is carrying on in this company, because that is exclusively set for the founding members themselves. We want to realize that this is our company as founding members, and we need to protect it at every opportunity we have, because there are scrupulous minds that men or with persons of different agendas and reasons as to why they want to gather information from this company. And any one of us who are not in the position to give the adequate information that is truthfully said by the company could cause more damage than good. So for that reason, we want to be mindful of that. Now, when we get into our private setting, where there's only us, the members, allowed, we can share, but we don't need to go into no deep recording and so forth like that. He's also concerned about the videos that are being produced and any form of marketing that is being produced to cause the highlights of ONPASSIVE to be known to the world. He is of the mindset that we have been given all of the necessary tools that we need within our back office, all of our splash pages and everything what is need to be said about the company is right there for our taking. In the members back office, you know, we are now up to all founders. And I realized that some of us were complaining about having entry into it and can't get into it as such. The company is well aware of all of these, I wouldn't say downfall, but remember that these are testing. We are in the testing mode. That is why we are founding members. We are not customers. I repeat, we are not customers as yet. We are founding members who are set to test these products before the product hits the mainstream world. So we must be of that mindset that everything that we come up with as opposition to using the platform or any of the products in that platform, it is all for the testing. And the company is well aware of what is happening. Some of us might have a little bit of challenge with our email. Some people are claiming passwords. I know that a few persons, we have already changed their email, and the company is well aware of all of these things. And we are assured that they knows exactly what is going on with the site. I think of it this way, that if the site had not been introduced to us, we would have still been in the placebo stage. But now we are coming out of that testing mode, and we are now getting set to turn on the main switch to ONPASSIVE. Realizing to know that everything that's in the back of founders will be propagated into ONPASSIVE's back office. The new interface that we will see can give us an highlight as to what exactly ONPASSIVE looks like in the back once that switch is hit. So don't be surprised when you go to log in, you see a different interface. For those of us who did not visit the webinar or go to the webinar when it was being said, So this is an excited moment, and it seems as if ONPASSIVE is soon to hit the mainstream. The doors for the other additional founding members who is slated to come on board will soon be shut, and the switch for the um, the bonus for that second phase will soon be open, and which means that we're going to have not long to run into that bonus, because it was said that that will probably be ran only for probably 3 weeks the most. So if you ask me, ONPASSIVE is here, and at any moment now, you and I will be invited to activate our customer back office for that amount in which was asked. So I ask that those of us who are serious about taking our business forward pay more attention now to conserving your energies in terms of saving your funds to get in that door once it's open. Listen, once you are a founding member, you're a founding member. But being a founding member and not being activated really serves you less profit, because you can have funds building up inside that back office and you're still not able to touch a red cent until you activate to become a customer or a reseller. So I would encourage all of us. This is the last stride in which we have to push our hands into our pocket, and we got to make this one count, because this one is going to open up the doors of our legacy. So I would encourage those, don't spend all your monies on Christmas presents, because one of your great Christmas presents may just very well be that you have to activate that account for this coming year. I am not saying that we are going to launch this year, but I have a strong inclination and feel that we are just that close. And so I want to say to all, please take it seriously. Those who have multiple persons or multiple accounts, please make sure that you are able to log into your account readily, that your passwords are working, your emails are working. Double check it if you will. For those who rarely go into their back office, take the time to visit your back office now and get a feel of what's happening in the company. Get a feel of how to navigate your back office. Those who are shy of the computer and shy of maybe hitting the wrong button, you cannot break nothing in that back office. Everything has already been propagated and set, so we could play with it at will. Remember also, going into the back office, the old founder's back office, each time that we log in, we must also retrieve a 6-digit PIN code from our email. So I tell people, at the time of logging in, please open your email, have it ready. Also, at some person's experience, the email doesn't come directly to your inbox. Sometimes it goes into another folder like promotions or some other folder inside your Gmail. You have 5 minutes to retrieve that 6-digit PIN code. If you do not retrieve that within 5 minutes, then it gives you another 5 minutes try. The first one would be expired. All passwords that you use within the back office, I mean the PIN numbers that you get, do not let them build up into your email. Why? It's because it's going to confuse you. You don't have to save that PIN number. Every time you log into your member's back office, you are given a new PIN digit code. And so I tell people a good way of exercise is that you delete the PIN code as quickly as you use it or as it expires, so you won't congest your email. Also now, we want to say that those who willing to share this great company with others, you can find all of the details that you need within your links, my links section. In that my links, you can find the registration link and you can find all of the the splash pages and the invite pages inside there. And you can copy it and lead others to this great company. We realized that some of the products that we were using in the back office, they are still working on, and they will be completed thoroughly this upcoming week. I like the old chat, and some of us have not access to the mail or mail, but now they are giving it incrementally to 10,000 per time, and you will find that those who would have been registered earlier in the offset of ONPASSIVE, go-founders slash o-founders ONPASSIVE, they would have readily access to that email. I know I got mine the minute I opened mine and I clicked on that button. My O-mail came up, and I have already established that O-mail. We will get to see all of the delights of the great products that is already being created. Once the ONPASSIVE doors open, we will begin to see just what this company has to do for us. And also, I must say that once the AI switch is turned on, it's game over. This baby is going to be rolling quickly. I also want to say or admonish, let's not slack our riding. Those of us who have already been navigating into the back office, we see and feel it, and it is like a marshmallow's kiss. It is smooth. It is lovely. I mean, the tech team did an awesome job. Mr. Ash was not fooling when he said it's like kissing marshmallows. And even in the navigation of those in whom you would have went ahead to put into the company before time by cutting time frames. And you know, we say cutting time frames means that all we're really doing is trying to set up ourselves by helping ourselves ahead of the company's time of helping us. That was optionable. So because we take upon ourselves to share this with family members and friends, we are going to be very happy for those who would have expended the time in doing so. Also, you are able to look at all of the your team members. They are popping up, and you can see everything that's happening inside there. And it feels good knowing that you would have expended that time to share it with a few people before the company has the time to help us. So all we're doing is cutting frame times by helping us help the company help us along the way. Now, for those who did not or who had no inclination to help or to share this with anybody, I want you to know that you are not left behind. Everybody wins within the ONPASSIVE company. We have no left behinds. Everybody is going to succeed. Mr. Mafaro has seen to that, and he has made that a guarantee to us. Now, what are the agendas going forward for our participation in the O-Founders ONPASSIVE company? It means then that once the doors are opened and we are given leeway to get into the company, We now must take on the mindset as to how we're going to position our lives or how we're going to govern our lives because this company is about to change millions of lives worldwide. Our lives will not just be normal anymore because of what we have in our hands. This is truly a company in which we all can be proud of to build for a lifetime. So let us take on the mindset that we are not customers, you know. When you understand the logistics of being a founding member, it carries heavy weight in that it's telling us that we are knitted with the company. We are engrafted in the company's foundation, and everything that the company is going to achieve in a profitable way, we're going to be recipients of some of those benefits. And so I ask you to take a delight and sharing the last moments of the founding members' experience with all in whom you come into contact with. The Bahamas is wide open. You have a very limited amount of founding members as compared to the many other countries that I have seen founding members popping up into. For the amount of members that we now have within this Bahamas, I don't see why we cannot elevate our numbers up. Okay? And it takes you and I to go out there and to continue to share it. Share it to those who would understand, who would want to hear us and accept us for what we are saying. Okay, so that being said, I want to move right into the compensation plan. And after the compensation plan, for those who might be visiting with us, if they have any questions, we can pose some questions after the compensation plan is explained.
Can you ask Miss Leonie to mute her mic, please?
Yes, Mrs. Leone, could you please mute your mic for us, please? The sound bit is open. For all those whose mics are open, please kindly at this time mute yourself as I go into the presentation. Again, welcome to Bahamas Team Build weekly webinar. We are so in it to win it. Bahamas Team Build presents co-founders on passive. Now, co-founders on passive. Our host tonight, or your host tonight, is yours truly, Stephen Mark Smith, M. Smith, and the co-host is Elizabeth McPhee, along with all other founding members who will deem to be so. Are you looking for a way to make extra money? Tell me, have you tried making money in multi-level marketing, MLM, before? Have you tried making money in affiliate marketing before? Or better yet, how many hours per day do you spend on the internet in search of that right business opportunity? Do you presently have a Facebook or Amazon account in hope of them becoming a money earner for you? Have you traded Forex or cryptocurrency before? Well, lost hundreds. I am really interested in knowing. Please tell me, how did it work out for you? Did you make a lot of money? Walked across the stage with a big check? Did you make some money and life is good? Did you make some money, but the people you brought in did not make any? In fact, most lost money and you were very disappointed. Or were you one who tried and tried to make money but never did? Or perhaps were you a lucky one who never tried and lost no money? Good for you. Well, I've got some awesome news for you. What if there were another alternative to your road for success? And what if, let's look at the what if factors. There was a real company licensed and registered in 212 countries in the world. What if their products were products you used every day? What if this company did all the work for you, did all the recruiting, did all the selling of products, did everything 100%, and then paid you the money for doing it? What if it provided you with time freedom, an abundance of living? What if it provided you with generational wealth? What if it even made money for you while you are sleeping? You may say, Stephen, is there such a company? And if so, Stephen, what is the name of that company? I am glad you asked and happy to report to you. Yes, there is such a company. And the name of that company is ONPASSIVE. It's here. Everybody wins. The company that is soon to change the lives of millions of people globally. Welcome again to the Bahamas Team Build. The Bahamas is so in it to win it. We encourage you to become a founding member and lock in your position today. Here is why. Some facts to know about ONPASSIVE. ONPASSIVE is a global IT company driven by the latest artificial intelligence and machine learning technology. ONPASSIVE is licensed and registered company in 212 countries. And we are soon to become a unicorn company. In business terms, a unicorn company is usually a startup tech company which achieves more than $1 billion in revenue in their first 10 years of business, doing something that has never been done before. ONPASSIVE is currently valued at 5.5 billion US dollars, which qualifies us as a unicorn company. ONPASSIVE will achieve this status shortly after launch. The company that is soon to change the lives of millions of people globally. We are now 1 million. Last time I checked, it was 1 million, approaching 1,100,000 plus founding members, strong globally. These members caught the vision from every country, every kindred, and every town has caught the vision and is causing an avalanche of thousands of new founders to join ONPASSIVE daily. At the likes, it is said that 2,000 to 3,000 people join per day in ONPASSIVE. So we are 1 million plus strong founding members. We are the company that is soon to change the lives of people globally. The real philanthropist and CEO of this great company is none other than Mr. Ash Mufareh. Mr. Mufareh seeks to stamp out poverty from around the globe. He also seeks to put an end to the corruption of unethical business practices of companies which cheat the poor man in his quest for success. You and I could identify with such companies as we have been affiliated with so many along the way. Mr. Mufareh, he attended Harvard University. He is a brilliant man. He has figured out the online world. He has over 20 years experience. He is simply amazing. ONPASSIVE puts an end to the corruption. Mr. Mufareh began his vision to change the world of business via the internet since July of 2018. His desire is to contribute to humanity by turning poverty into prosperity around the globe, and he is achieving it. A man of love and purpose. Mr. Mufareh has a big heart of love for humanity. ONPASSIVE has some of the brightest minds that develops its technological products. Mr. Mufareh has seen to that. We will have around 1,000 employees at the time of launch. ONPASSIVE is fully legalized. As such, it has a full-fledged legal department, registered and compliant in 212 countries. ONPASSIVE is a real brick and mortar company, fully registered and legalized. This is a real big deal for those of us who are wondering about the legitimacy of the company. ONPASSIVE has 2 major offices and is soon to set up sub-offices globally. One office is in Orlando, Florida, which is the corporate office. That's where Mr. Mufareh does his daily business. And the other office, the second one, is in Hyderabad, India, known as the Silicon Valley. This is ONPASSIVE's operational office that is home to 600 to 700 top programmers in the world, and soon to be 1,000. Hyderabad, India is the Silicon Valley. What are the products and services of ONPASSIVE? For those of us who are wondering, here are some of the products. Our products has unique names, and these unique names, some of the names are Academy, and Academy, a one-of-a-kind application for learners from all ages. Staff, which automate your resource management. Accountant, which simplify your inventory and financial management. Or wallet, a dedicated wallet for ONPASSIVE products. Or virtual, a tool to secure every network access. Or bless, for some of us who are in the charitable arena and who wants to do good for humanity. Or bless is a community to support the causes and ideas of individuals who care to help the less fortunate. Or mail, a personal email tool with an organizer for your business. Or trim, Trim shortens any long URL that you might have.
Not in here. You go in your room.
Customize,
Don't come play in my room.
share.
You don't do that in my room. You go play in your room. So you better go before you get beat.
Those who have their mics open, could you please close your mic for us, please? We are picking up sound bit. I really appreciate that. Just tap on,
Leonie is open.
yes, tap on Leonie. Can you tap on your mic and close your mic for us, please? Everyone who has their mics open at this time, could you please close your mic? Thank you. Oh, trim. It shortens and it customizes and it shares links with ease. ONET, it redefines your social networking platform. ODID, it is creative tool for all your social posts. OShop, an online shop to design your brand stationery. OConnect, a hassle-free video communication tool. OPost, an email marketing tool for your campaigns. OTracker, it's a tracking IP address for seamless marketing. ODomain, a web domain hosting registration for your solution. OCapture is a screen capture tool for flawless images. OCreate, a unique website for your customer segment. OPair, an application office communication tool. OChat, a chat engine to improve every customer interaction. OLead, an AI-powered tool for your customer interface, which enhances it. ONPASSIVE has an ecosystem, and this ecosystem caters to all needs of everybody in the world who has a need to use anything pertaining to technology for their business building. ONPASSIVE will appeal not only to individuals, but also to the masses. ONPASSIVE has mass appeal to entertainers, restaurants, influencers, charities, churches, business, and individuals for their personal use. Get ready. Something big is about to happen. ONPASSIVE is soon to launch. Steps to our launching carries 3 phases. The first phase is the pre-launch stage, in which we have been moving along the streams of pre-launch from 2018 into this present time. The second phase is the VIT beta testing, which we are now experiencing with the O Founders upgrade and trying out all of the products. And the final stage will be the official launch after the beta testing. Cut your marketing and advertising costs. Increase the odds of your marketing and advertising. ONPASSIVE helps you do this by delivering targeted traffic to any small or big size businesses. OnPassive makes your business profitable. So it'd be good to know that if you have something that you want to promote along the way as being a member or a customer of the OnPassive company, you can bring that within the platform of OnPassive, and OnPassive will actually strengthen your business for you. A well-known billionaire by the name of Warren Buffett once said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. OnPassive builds your profits for you while you sleep. There is an acronym in the OnPassive company called CATMO, CATMO. Abbreviated, the C represents complete digital online solution for all. The A says that it's on automatic and it's driven by artificial intelligence. The T says that it delivers targeted traffic to any business of your choice. The M says that it creates the wealth for us in terms of money, giving us time, freedom, and abundance of living. And the O says that all of this is compiled into one simple name, OnPassive. Therefore, when we use the products, we must become familiar of the reason why we have O before each of the products. So we can say OnPassive Virtual, OnPassive Academy, OnPassive Academy, OnPassive Capture, OnPassive Bless, OnPassive Did, OnPassive Create, OnPassive Pair, OnPassive Counting, OnPassive Connect, OnPassive Staff, OnPassive Shop, OnPassive Mail, OnPassive Domain, OnPassive Chat, OnPassive Lead, OnPassive Net, OnPassive Tracker, OnPassive Trim, OnPassive Wallet. Also OnPassive takes us on automatic by giving us autoresponders. Also generational wealth, it builds for us by allowing us to create residual income. It gives us sales funnels and also the landing pages that we will need and much more. Other facts about OnPassive is that it allows you to plug and play in its all done for you business building option. Not many companies gives us this privilege. OnPassive also builds one new sales funnel for you daily using artificial intelligence. You don't have to recruit, but will succeed in OnPassive. Can I say that again? You don't have to recruit, but will succeed in OnPassive. OnPassive has a community of 1 million plus founding members, and you can be a part of that family today. We are so in it to win it. You need to secure a founding member position with OnPassive for just only $97. We are encouraging you to do that today. You should note though, for immediate activation, we recommend using a credit card. $97 plus you are charged, your card is charged a $5 credit card fee, which will take your total sum up to $102. Once the VIP launch starts, price is about to increase for becoming a founding member. Beta testing of the products will be allowed to founders, which is going to make founders very happy for becoming a founding member. Once the VIP launch starts, ONPASSIVE will run massive marketing campaigns using artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning to attract global customers. The day the public or global launch starts, no more founders' positions will be offered ever for any amount of money. Founders will be happy. Non-founders would have missed the opportunity of securing themselves a founding member's position. ONPASSIVE has a unique partnered pay plan. We all get paid in real time in any currency we choose, including crypto. The pay plan is very partnered and it's not being released to the public's eyes simply because it is that great. And Mr. Mafara refuses to have it exposed to the open world at this time. Founders will pay a one-time subscription of about $250 to $300 to activate their accounts as customers and resellers. Once out of pocket, and after that, our monthly subscription comes out of profit. This means that founders, customers, and resellers will never have to worry about the monthly subscription. The company has a system that allows them to deduct the next month's subscription from our commission earned from customers they place under us. This is simply brilliant. There will be two wallets. One, the funding wallet, and two, the O wallet. And to enlighten both of those, the founding wallet will be the wallet that will gather our monthly dues. And once the company is satisfied with our monthly dues within the founding wallet, every excess that leaves over goes into our O wallet, and it is there for our taking at will. ONPASSIVE has a unique partner pay plan. Yes, indeed. We all get paid in real time, as said, in any currency we choose, including crypto. But before this can happen, we, the founding members, must submit a KYC, know your customer detail, to ONPASSIVE, ensuring our identity before funds is released. It is required for us to submit the KYC through our World Bank or wallet. Set it and forget it. ONPASSIVE is a one-stop shop that has exclusively designed products, tools, and services needed by all to run and build any offline or online business. ONPASSIVE becomes a one-stop shop, plug and play, set it and forget it. Business for all. We build wealth for all. We all earn residual income for life, which just keeps growing month after month. ONPASSIVE gives its members the ability to create a family dynasty for generations to come. Why not leave a legacy you can be proud of? Become a founder before the door shuts forever. Now that you have heard the facts and seen the growth of this soon to be super unicorn company with 1 million plus founding members, it is strongly advised that you become a founder, a founding member, just for $97 today. Then thank the person who told you about ONPASSIVE. It's a decision you'll never regret. ONPASSIVE will change our lives. We are so in it to win it. Thank you all kindly for your attention to the showing of this presentation. And now I want to give leeway for those who might have questions as we explained a bit about our company. Please, if you do have questions at this time, feel free to ask.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, my question is, with the old mail, your email is there when you sign in, when you click on it. Do you change that or you, by creating a new email with the other part of it on the end?
Okay. Your original email that you used to join on Passive will never be deleted. That is the primary email that will take you into your back office along with your password. When you go to the OMail, you will still see that email beginning there, but it will drop if you decide to still hold on to that as a secondary email. So if I wanted to use stevesmith@gmail.com as my primary email to join on Passive, that is what is locked inside there to recognize me going into on Passive or Founders. Now, my secondary choice is that I can also create in the OMail stevesmith@omail.ai if I choose. Okay.
Okay,
And so that will be your username for the OMail. I have been trying out the OMail and it is just superb. I have been testing it along with the Gmail, and Gmail was readily accepting everything that came from OMail. And when I shoot a mail back from Gmail to OMail, it just shows up flawless. So I've been having good experience with that.
maybe, but I need to see how it is done.
It's very simple. Once you click that's the username you want to use for the OMail, it will register that.
Okay,
And then it will you could begin using that.
okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
You're welcome. Is there another with a question or comment or anything you care to share that will lend uh, some help to us better understanding this business? Okay. Okay. So now we have a company. Sorry, somebody else want to speak?
Also, when we go into ONET,
Mhm.
they're asking you to click on that little thing that's moving around. You could say hi or hello. If everybody is doing that. ONET.
Okay, and ONET, yeah. Or you're talking about the blue circle that has some dots going in it or something like that?
Yes, uh-huh.
Yeah, that's for you to make your remarks and to whatever post that you come upon and that you're responding to.
Yeah, so they encouraging everybody to go in it every day.
Okay. But now, if you're not going to lend nothing meaningful to the platform, uh, please be cautious as to what you're saying in there, because you want to put something that is going to help lift the community. Just going in and saying hi or my name is, that's a little bit too vague. So you need something like, if you can put something to motivate or to help aspire the body of the or founders members, that will be great. So don't just go in there and willingly on the top of your mind just throw anything inside there. That's one of the things that was mentioned inside the webinar as well. People just jumping in and just putting anything that comes to their mind in there.
Yeah,
So let's put something meaningful when you're gonna post.
positive. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we have a great company here and things are about to heat up. I do not know what the future lies for this month, but this month's looking really good based on all that we have already seen. We have already passed about three weeks in the launching of Founders, and everybody should by this time be very comfortable going into that back office. I know that when it first opened, everybody was a little bit timid, and they was worry about worrying about not being able to handle it. But it's not so much different from the Go Founders. All it added some more features. It have a more beautiful looking appearance in it. It's smoother. I mean, I'm loving it all the way. I especially like when you log out, you have that those salutations by the characters that comes up and sound bits. Sooner or later, we're going to see all of those testimonies that was asked to be turned in with sound bits. We're going to now see founding members popping up and saying something along the way every time we go to that and log in. I guess we might see it on the outskirts of on passive. So I'm thinking more also like the way we are experiencing now with old founders. Once on passive comes on stream, we're going to have that same feel, but I think it's going to be in a higher quality and a much more comfortable feeling than even now we experiencing in old founders. So it's getting good. And another thing that I've been noticing too, that the speed of it was going quite fast. And I think that as they turn on that artificial intelligence, however it is connected and however it causes everything to move, that we're going to be just blown away, you know. So some great things is about to happen. I say, hold on to your seat, buckle your belts, because this gonna take us by storm. And so the long awaited time that we thought that we were waiting really isn't long, because I think that for judging for all of the products that has already been developed and created, and those in which we are experiencing right now, and those that have already been experienced, I mean, being developed, uh, 3 years is really a short time for the work that they have put in these things. And when you see the quality of what he is giving to us, then we can understand more that they really are working round the clock. Okay. So get excited. And it's a company that has lifted all of our burdens. Or and I said burdens, they're talking about our heavy lifting. Once it opens, we don't have to worry about going out there killing ourselves marketing. We don't have to worry about whether or not people join us. I mean, if they do, bless them. If they don't, bless them still. But still, in the interim, the company has lifted all of the heavy lifting for us. If you are in it, you are going to win it. And we see by the numbers that has already been, I mean, just out of this world. Never such, never yet have I seen such a company came forward with the way in which this company has presented itself, and by the amount of people that has came into the doors without even receiving the first red cent yet. So it's beyond money with this company. I want you to know that this company also has a spiritual backing to it. It's built on love. It's founded on love. And you and I have become better persons as we entered this door. I know it has developed me. It is even developing me more. It's taking me from that stage, and whereas when I used to join companies of past, I tried to think about how best can it help me further financially. When you take the financial factor out of it, you know that your finances is covered in it, with or without the help of anybody. It settles your mind a little bit easier, and it gives you a better purpose and cause for thinking about why you really are in this company. We are following the mandates of Mr. Mafara. We are following his vision. His heart and his purpose is stretched out towards humanity. He is a man that is taken on every language, credence, and tongue, and he has no discrimination for anybody coming into the doors to work this company. That's a good feeling, man. I'm telling you, it's a wonderful feeling. And so once money is not an issue, why can't we love properly? Why can't we do best we can to our fellow man? And so I say, we ain't seen nothing yet. Mr. Mafara said we're going to be taken to an altitude where our airs are going to pop. It's going to be so good. And so just be happy. I am so happy to have come across this company. I'm happy that I am an old founders members. We all are. And listen to this now. This is the good thing I love about this. Steve is not ahead of you. Stephen is not ahead of you. Stephen is on the same pay line as a old founding member as you. The doors ain't open yet. And all Stephen is doing is what you could do as well. Stephen is going out there and cutting time frames. And I would encourage everyone who is a founding member today, try your best to make yourself happy before the company makes you happy with what the company has given you to make yourself happy about. I need to say that again. Try to make yourself happy before the company makes you happy about all the company has given you to be happy about. And you will be satisfied. I'm telling you because I'm looking and I'm still wondering, Lord, if I did not open my mouth to one person about this company, how and where would I have been in this in the ranking of this company today in terms of my satisfaction? I would have still been a passive person waiting for a company to open to wait passively for me. Passive doesn't mean that you have to be still and not doing anything. Passive only means that whether or not you are able to do anything, you are still rewarded at the end of the day. So I elect to help that passivity into my passiveness. I mean, into my abilities to do what I could. And I opened my mouth to one. And so history has shown that that one has breeded all of us as family members today in the Founders on Passive Company. We're going to have some great times ahead. If you think we having great times now, wait until the money start to flow. Wait until we can go into those hotels. Wait until we can start and gather our own gathering and have our parties and our socials. Wait until there is no need for anybody to hang their head down about poverty. Wait until that we can now show at the end of the day what our presence in on passive really means to us and the world. We ain't seen nothing yet. So I say brace yourself and know that we are in a company that is here for the long haul. Many companies that we can try and link this or match this company up with and compare it with has not began the way on passive is opening today. You can look at all of the top 500 mega companies of the world, the tech companies, the social medias. None of them opened and started the way on passive did. On passive will not be feeling once the doors open. On passive is going to be a monster coming out the gate. We ain't going to be just trying to get off the ground. We're going to be so high up. it's going to be a good experience. So I say to all, take your business with pride, take your business with meaning, and build as you have never built it before. Share it as you have never shared it before, and watch and see what happens. I also want to give an update on the Bahamas team builders group. We are now I don't want to be specific, but we are over the 300 mark, approaching the 400. And that's good, but it could be, it's going to get better. I know it's going to get better. It's going to get better because founding members like yourselves who are now veterans in the company and understand the logistics of the company will do yourself right with the company as to how you propagate it and how you share it with family members and friends along the way. Many family members and friends will be looking at us and they're going to run us down wanting to get into this company. I am telling you, Once you see the switch is hit with on passive, the publicity alone that's gonna sound in the world is gonna cost massive amount of customers and people coming running looking for this company. By that time, the founding members' doors will be shut and we will be getting the butter off it all. Trust me, we're gonna be amazed. Okay, so somebody else might have something that they want to share or lend to the discussion. Please feel free to do so. I want to ask though, how was your experience in the new back office for those of us who felt it, and what is your viewpoint of this great company and what you have before you right now? How do you see it? And what do you think about it to this day?
Good night, Stephen.
Good night, Leonie. How are you?
Good, thanks. Well, I'm here now, right? Trying to get on to the back office of O Founders.
You said you're trying to get in now.
Yes.
Okay. What is your
Um,
issue?
it's
Come close to
supposed
your mic, please. I'm barely hearing you. Open your mic more. I mean, come closer to it or.
okay. It was supposed to send me a password, right? A number, a password, and I didn't
Uh-huh.
receive. I didn't receive a password
Okay,
yet.
so it accepted your password, but it sent you a PIN number that you said that you did not receive yet.
Right.
That PIN number, trust me, if it said that it sent it, that went.
I'm looking at my email and I don't see anything.
But here is the thing: you need to check some other folders in your email. You need to check your promotion email, or you need to click the all mail button,
I
or you
did that.
need to check your spam. So, or give it just a few seconds.
Well, I did that and it closed down after I took so
After
long.
5 minutes, yeah, that's because you did not retrieve it right away. And you're using Gmail, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. So it comes, but you just got to learn to feel for it as it comes within your Gmail. I don't know why Gmail is taking it and turning it into different folders.
So
You probably need to whitelist the ONPASSIVE, the O founders mail.
is that
So
always happen when you try to get in? They always
yeah,
have to
yeah,
spend.
I had complexities like that. I had a night when I got so fed up that I had to turn off my computer and go to bed and sleep on it. Then I got back up the next morning. It was coming in like
Okay.
nothing. But it's not
If you
on.
can move it, once you click on the important or whatever it gone into
Yeah,
file,
that important
click,
link
you
too.
click
Click on
on it
that.
and then move it up to the main box where it's supposed to go.
I just received it. So I mean, I have a delay before I could get the password to get in.
Okay, so you just received it, so you have 5 minutes to up then.
Yes, already up.
Okay, so once you
And
get where you got that from? Which one of the you got it from your inbox or what? Or your promotion or your important mail box?
just pop up.
Huh?
Just pop up. It just
Sorry,
pop up.
I didn't hear
Just
that.
pop up. It just pop up in all mails.
In the inbox?
Yes.
And that would have taken 5 minutes to come through?
Yes. That's my internet slow.
Well,
Wouldn't
that
it
is,
have a place, Steve, inside the email for her to click on to put the pen in?
yeah, inside that email, once the pin comes in, you could copy that?
I could still use it again?
No,
No.
no. Once the 5 minutes expire, you have to delete that and then do it again.
Okay. And then they have to send me a next
Yes, every time you go to login, it gives you 5 minutes to get that pin code. If you're not able to get that, that pin code cannot be used again. So I tell people, do not let those pin codes pile up in your email because it's going to confuse you. The minute you use them, delete it.
All
so that you could get that new one. You wouldn't have so much inside there trying to wonder if this is the one or that is the one. You don't have to write them down to remember it. Every time you go to log in, that's what you're going to get. And if you are dormant in your account for so long, it actually tells you, it knocks you out and tells you got to log in again because you was delaying too long.
Yeah, I don't have that
So
problem.
keep playing with it until you get it. Trust me, it's gonna work.
No problem.
When you get a feel of how it works, it's gonna work even better. You're gonna understand the timing of your email or where to look when once they said that they sent it. The important areas to look at it in that email to get that.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's just a yeah time span.
yeah. But that is for your security. And this is the same thing that I would believe that's gonna happen to OnPassive as well. And because you don't want every and anybody being able to get into your account where your money's lying. That's sacred grants. So I'm happy for these security measures that they put in place for us.
All right.
Okay. Also, I want to make known that next week's webinar will be our final webinar for the holiday, seeing that the Christmas is coming. We will drop off on the 18th, which will be our last webinar, and then we will give ourselves time to enjoy family, friends, and however we desire to enjoy this holiday. But we will still have our chat room open, and we will still pass pertinent information that will need to be said. If there is an emergency call for us to presume with another webinar leading to the opening of OnPassive, should it open this year, we will do that. But remember now, OnPassive has everything, and we're gonna have to get comfortable and going into our back office and acquainting with each other, getting a feel of all of the founding members around the world. So become friendly with your family. Go in there and learn your back office and learn exactly what it has for you. Okay. So I just wanted to say that. Again, for those who were not here earlier, I want to give you an extended happy holidays wishes and trust and pray that you and your families will have a wonderful, wonderful, uh, happy holidays, Christmas, and all of the delights of it, all of the eggnogs, the fruit cakes, and the ham and turkeys, and whatever your delights are. Just do it all in fun and in decency and enjoy yourselves. Who knows? Our on passive clause may come true to this year. I ain't saying Santa Claus, I saying on passive clause. And we will have even that much more reason to rejoice. And that will be a present of a present for me. Trust me. And so I'm praying to that end that we all will see it happen sooner rather than later. And for the way things are looking now, it looks like it's very, very much at the door. That's all I want to say. I can't say no more other than what I believe. Also, you want to keep abreast of all of the webinars that are coming forward when we put notice inside the chat room that the webinars are being held. These are the more serious of webinars right now, and you have to try your best to get into it early. I tell people those webinars fill up really fast because we over 1 million+ people, and you don't want at the end of the day something is being said that you really need to know at the spur of the moment, and you missed out on that. So let's make it a habit to go into those webinars and listen. Mr. Ash Mafara is be putting off some things, and he just be saying some things that we need to hear. That not necessarily you're going to hear it back when it comes back on the recording sometime. So I just want to say that. Excuse me. Okay. So we have about half more hour to go, and any direction you want to take me, I'm more than obliged to help you out with it. I'm at your disposal here.
Yeah, can you give us a little bit more update on the on the bonus situation? I kind of missed that. I was engaged in something. Could you give me a little bit more info on that?
The bonus as it relates to which, oh, you're talking about the okay, I follow what you're saying. That bonus is not linked to the on passive payments. The bonus that I'm talking about is the bonus that will come. This is like a thank you from Mr. Mafar for all those active founders who are out there on the field with the webinars and bringing people into the company. Once the the soft launch starts, obviously we are partially in the soft launch right now, but once it is officially said that the second phase runner up of the founders are invited to come into the company and the price has risen, then the bonus will be for $20 to all those who would directly sponsor somebody into the company, and $2 for everything that falls within the second level down to the 15th level. Again, that has nothing to do with the on passive payments and rewards to those being in its stores. That's only for those who are marketing and who are helping the growth of the company. Okay, and that will only be that will last for only about if 3 weeks. Okay, so at any time that can happen. Does that
So,
answer it?
well, that will take us into January, wouldn't it?
Well, again, like I said, I'm not of the mindset of Mr. Mafara, and I don't know what his agendas. I can insinuate a lot of stuff, and how quickly he ends that is all up to him. I don't know, but I know that there is a bonus once the second runner-up of the founders members are being invited to join before the door shuts. So if we try to get our head to say it's going to launch next year, I mean, like again, I can't say. That could be anytime.
Is there any benefit then? And is there any bonus in surfing then? Just surfing and exploring the back offices and so forth and so on.
The benefit is to our benefits as founding members. The benefit is that we are founding members, and founding members carries a whole lot of weight in terms of their position in the company. We are to know what is being said about us and the company by the founder himself. We are to know exactly how he has positioned to reward us for being founding members. There is plenty reward for us. And those rewards have not even been disclosed yet. When we actually see what's in the making for us as founding members, it will blow our mind. I'm not even talking about what we are about to get as just being connected as a on passive customer, as all others who will come into the companies. I'm talking about separate and apart from that as being a founding member. We're going to be able to carry great rewards from this company that will shock us. Only Mr. Bonfaro knows that, and only him will reveal that in time. But IT watches people who are just in it to say that they are in it for those who has an interest in it as being founding members. The mindset behind Mr. Mafara's analogy is that if we are founding members, how could we be founding members and not understand anything about our company? How can we be founding members and do not understand what the company's agenda is going into the future? We must be on top of things just as he is. That is the reason why he has spent all the time that he did and is doing within this company from day one. From I came into it from 2018, I've never seen Mr. Mufara once yet fall short of coming to a webinar to inform and to be with the founding members to hear their mind and to hear their heart as to what their input in. Because listen to this is the privilege we have as founding members too. Once those webinars are being held, he listens to us. He hears our concerns and he hears what our inputs might be in terms of how best we can better the company going forward. And you might say your presence doesn't make a difference, but you don't think the way I do, and I don't think the way you do. What you have to offer could be invaluable. What I have to offer can be invaluable. So all of us as founding members makes up the heavy lifting and weight of this company. I also want you to realize that every time you log into Founders back office, there is a pop-up screen that comes up. And if you see on that pop-up screen, there is a slogan he has there. It says something like that, we are as strong as our founders, or something like that. I don't know if you have seen it. Any of you have seen that popped up. So what the company is saying, hey, there is no company without our founding members. We are as strong as you guys are. And so we need to encourage the company, even so as the company needs to encourage us. And we makes up that whole, as us and the company come into one unification, then it makes the company complete. Even look at what he is doing to the very staff that is in Hyderabad and all of the other satellite offices that are now being opened globally. He's not calling them just staff. He's looking at them beyond just being regular employees. He has a mindset to them that they are every bit, they are weighty to his company. And that's why he does so much to satisfy them and to make sure that they are happy at the end of the day. That's why he wants not even us, the old founders, to go and intimidate or try to intimidate any of those staff in Hyderabad or wherever else they may be. Be courteous when you speak to them. Handle them in a professional way, because whatever we does to them, we does to ourselves. And we don't want to bite the hand that feeds us. We don't want to make them feel offset. And that's the same thing he wants to feel with us. He don't want to make us feel offset. And that's why when we go in the back there, it does his heart good when he sees us, when he understands that we understand his vision and his agenda for this company. Also, it's a way of monitoring too those who might come to the company with a different agenda. Some people might just come for the sake of just being instigators and being persons who want to pull the company down as opposed to building it up. That's why we've been doing the shifting and the sorting all these years. Many have came into the doors and who had no good intentions for this company, whose only agenda was to come in and see how best they can prove it wrong. Many would have thought that this company would have folded up years now, and now still baffled that it is even stronger than when they first saw it. You know, so we know that Mr. Mafara is a man. He he has this he has this agenda intact, and a lot of people say, "Oh, so it's a fraud. It's a Ponzi. How could it be a fraud and a Ponzi, man? For the amount of monies that this man would have gathered through the invitation to founding members around this world. If he wanted to pull out long time, he could have done it. I'm sure he would have been caught for the amount of money he's holding on to right now. And here's the good thing I love about what Mr. Mafara said. We can be assured to know that every red cent that we spent as founding members to this company is intact. He has not used a red copper out of it. And he mentioned this himself, even in the webinar personally. So He has some agenda in set. And I'm telling you, people who don't understand it. That's why I tell people you got need to get into those webinars, because if we stay out of the webinars, we're gonna be assuming a lot of things that aren't. We're gonna come to our own conclusions that we should not. That is the reason what kept me intact today. That's why I'm stickable with it. I'm not stickable because of what I'm thinking. I'm stickable of what I've known that came from the horse's mouth himself. Okay? And I have been weighing it out, testing it, improving it along the way. And everything the man said is what came to pass. In fact, he is over delivering. Some companies would have been opened a long time ago if it just took about, if they had came up to even near 100,000 people, they would have been splattered all over the internet by now saying they launched. But 1,100,000, I mean, we come into 100,000, 1,100,000 now. Do you know what that means for us? Do you know what that means to the business sector? We have now many companies who looked at us at the beginning and who laughed and thought that this was going to be a falter or a failure. They are now shaken out of their wits. Once ONPASSIVE hits mainstream, many of these technological companies right now, even like Zoom that we on right now, is going to be in for a hard knock. Well, ONPASSIVE is not in a competitive business to compete with anybody. Its presence alone is going to cause a big shakeup in the internet world. You're going to turn on your computer and you're going to see ONPASSIVE. The people yet to propagate this, coming into it, do you know that 1 million plus people now take on the mindset to go tell just one person? Do you know what I mean? That's 2 million next month. And then they doing it. That's why even now the figures projected for this company now is way beyond the billion mark, that we're gonna now be labeled as a $1 trillion company in the trillions. This is gonna be a super unicorn company, fast surpassing unicorn. And so we ain't seen nothing yet. All we needs to be is just be happy that we are in place and be grateful for our time running with the rewards that will come to us from it. I couldn't say it any better than that. I know that I'm grateful. I'm not rushing it because I know the company has it worked out for me. Okay. Okay. What else can we do as a team here in the Bahamas to cause this great company to be shaken up in the Bahamas? There are many ideas that have been given and thrown out. But the thing that I say that we can do is when all of us take a personal interest in it and tell if just put one person about it, two persons about it, three persons about it. You know, we keep on saying three and you're free. I always say to those who are maybe do not have that three persons, until the company comes to you, make an effort to tell three persons about it and see if you can get them in to help yourself along the way as you help them. I will give my testimony as soon as I can see what my fate would have led me to in terms of my productivity in this company. And you will do the same. Those who are sitting passively will do the same. Each of us will have a time when we can testify whether or not we was active or passive, how the company is coming back to reward us. And so I want to say also, for those of us who might not have referred anybody in the action way of helping the company, once the soft launch begins, please don't have your mind on seeing any bonus right away. Why? It's because you have nothing underneath you, and zero from zero leaves nothing. Remember, on passive is not open yet. It's only the opening for those who are actively engaged in helping others along the way. So if you had 3 persons in there, once the company starts and they bring in somebody, well, you get a $2 from them. If you decide to get militant about the company again and tell another person, you get $20. This was happening. This is not something just happening, when I was back in 2018, we had a series of events like this. Two, we had one in 2018, one in 2019, I think. Even when you go into the leaders board section, there is a button to the far left at the top that you can click on, that you could revert back to time sequence of when similar bonuses was set to be done in the company. And you will see in those years how people were bringing in people. It's like for every 5 person we bought in, you got $100. I think back in 2018 or maybe somewhere in 2019, me and another early founding member, we hit the mark of $100 earning $100 inside of it, whereby we were able to keep that in our kitty. Some people were hitting like 600, 700, 1,000. So I feel like this time sequence is going to be the same thing. This is the last of that phase. So some people actually, because of what they gathered during the time when the bonus was set that way in the marketing of it, once ONPASSIVE opens in their account, they would have already been paid up for whatever it cost to activate as a customer. So I would say, if you want a goal to go after, once the marketing, the soft launch starts, then let's say, let me see if I can hit $200 inside there by signing up somebody. 10 people will be $200. Make that as a goal. So I'll put 10 people in. I have $200 in my kitty, or 30 people in to put $300 in my kitty once it opens, and then you're straight right from there. Again, that's optional. It's only for those who would want to go there and touch the field, because the field is like wide open now. There's plenty people in the Bahamas who do not even know about the name of ONPASSIVE. And when you call the word ONPASSIVE, they say, on what? They don't know. And so we don't want to be the latecomers, like when something then really kick off, and then you see the bankers get it, the lawyers get it, and then the doctors get it, and everybody is piled up in the hotel, and because the doctors, the lawyers, and the bankers get it, then we now saying, oh, ONPASSIVE, ONPASSIVE, ONPASSIVE. That means they're long and gone once they get it. So we getting it before the lawyers, we getting it before the bankers, we getting it before the doctors, all of those high profile people who can draw massive for people to their attention and who would respect them just because of their status quo. You and I can do it now. I'm so happy to know that I have swallowed my pride, dust off my shame, dust off all of the rebukes and the ridiculeness of other persons looking at me awkwardly, And I tell it now as a second nature because it really don't shake me when somebody tells me no about this company. I knows what I have to give them. It's their loss, not mine. I've taken on a different mindset to tell it to family and friends and neighbors. I know that I am secured futuristically with my finances. I know that if I did not wasn't able to get one behemoth in this door, my security was still locked with on passive. But why should I be selfish about it? Why should I keep a good thing like this from those out there who needs it? I want to employ us to look at it with a different mentality. Take our minds off the money. The money is a done deal. Mr. Mafara says it's a done deal. Believe that for what he says. We're gonna have more than enough than what we need in terms of money. But the more we give, it's the more we get. Think of it that way. The more we share, it's the more we are helped. And that's my reasoning for working this company and this business. I am still being inundated daily in my email about companies popping up and everything that seems to look so glamorous. I have been looking at a few, and boy, I tell you, they are spitting out some things going into this 2022. And if you're not careful, you're going to swallow the wrong bait. If you're not careful, you're going to lose hundreds of dollars again. If you're not careful, you're going to have a lot of disappearing acts on the internet looking for these sites and these different things that is going to just disappear before your very eyes. They don't have a person, they have a person behind it, but you can't see them. The site looks beautiful. The messages is as if they hired somebody to put something together to bring to the internet to bait people into it. Why go through that experience again? We have a man who has desired to share with us his family, his children. The only thing I've not seen yet is Mr. Mafara's wife, and I know that one soon that will soon be a thing of the past. And as private and as sacred as that is, he has loaned us his family. He has loaned us himself. And he has been doing everything that every CEO and every big time corporate mega conglomerate chief will never do for their staff. He is a common man that comes down to the common people. And he is speaking life to them. He is speaking prosperity to them. He is speaking hope. Do you know that I've been doing some research? And one of the great companies that Mr. Mafara would have been a part of, where anybody could remember GDI, Global Domain International, and he is still to this day has his membership in it because it can't be done. When you do network marketing, you build it right for life. He is the one who is responsible for causing that company to grow to great heights. I saw one part that says that he sponsored about 309 persons within three weeks. This man has the knowledge of knowing what to do online. He knows how to attract the masses of people that needs to come to a company. He ain't feeling it. Okay? And his knowledge is stellar. He understands exactly what it takes to help the prosperity of people. And if you look up that company's name, that is still in existence today. I remember that I have had my feet in it years ago. I believe if I had stayed inside of it back then, I could have been a billionaire today. But we hop and we skip and we hop and we skip, and that company is still active today. With thousands upon thousands of people in it. But see, he is seeing something that needed to be corrected. And all of his experience and years in working online businesses, and we have to thank the good Lord for that. Because for those of us who have never had the experience of marketing online, the experience of getting to great heights in companies online, he understands the scamsters out there. He understands also that when you earn monies, that it can be taken away from you from unethical practices in the companies. When you build up downline, they can take it and shift it from underneath you. He understands that there are persons out there who can scam you and steal your money. He has had thousands upon thousands of dollars taken away from him. He has had those persons in his pathways who really tried to pull him down. But every failure, if we look at it in a sense, gives us more knowledge to be that much more smarter for the future. Your failure, my failure, and the other companies that we have been engaged in, the pushing and the pulling and the yanking and the bad mouthing and the backbiting and all of the stuff we did just to get ahead. Steve is super. He is the one in charge. He is the one who bought this. He's the one who got a bill. He's the one who get this. I am sick and tired of it myself. Because all I really wanted to do was just help. And all you wanted to do was just help. But because of the competition, the dog eat dog mannerism in these companies, it creates animosity, unfair play, and even causes enemies. But here we now we have a company says we don't have to do that any longer. Those of us who are up will look down to those below and pull them up to our level on our shoulders and carry them across the finishing line. I also want to say that you made no mistake getting into this company. Be to your people all you can be to your people, and they will feel your heart. Love your people, build your people, work with your people. I don't care how minute it may seem. Some people coming in, they don't even know how to turn on the computer. Some don't understand what an email is. Work with them. That's what we're here for. You can call me up anytime. You can put any problem with this company that you think that you have to my pathways, and I'm never too big to come down to your level and show you exactly what you need to do. Let's take on that mindset. Let's help them. Let's love them because it's going to be well worth it. The money is going to help us all smile a little bit brighter at the end of the day. Please take the mindset off of the old ways of building a business. We are going into the new 21st century yet, and the sad thing is, most of these companies has not positioned themselves yet to meet the challenge for the 21st century or going beyond into the 2022s. ONPASSIVE is right on target, on point. We are on point with the company's mentality in terms of how it looks at its members and its customers. We are on point with the timely products that is coming to meet the challenge for the 21st futuristic countries. Countries are going to be adopting to these products like nothing you have ever seen before. All of the old ways in which technology was being operated is now going to have to be improved and reinvented. We are far light years ahead of what is now being produced for us. going into the usage of these products. So I say this in closing. Let nobody take from you what is rightfully yours. On passive is rightfully yours. No one can fire you out of it but yourself. No one can cause your defeat and destruction in this company but yourself. You have been given a platter that a king himself will eat off, and you are to cherish it with every moment of the breath you take, because this company has locked you and your families in for financial securities for the rest of your lives. That being said, I will give one or two more to say a thing and then we can close. Anybody else care to share or to lend to it? Okay. So I say to you good night and thank you again for coming. Please continue to come and let's continue to build, build, build. Let's continue to learn, learn, learn. Let's continue to believe, believe, believe that this company is here for our good. I thank you all. Good night and God bless.